Hello guys, and welcome back to a brand new video here on the channel. My name is James, and today we're going to go ahead and sit down and talk to you guys about Reading Football Club's 1-0 win over Cheltenham Town. Now, this game is very significant for us Reading fans, as it's the first time that we have won a game in 15 attempts in the league. It's actually the longest winless run in the EFL, and that statistic is now finally behind Reading, as we've won a game for the first time since we beat Blackpool back in February 2023. Now, with the game itself, it's safe to say that the first half performance was much better than the second, and it was an exciting first half for Reading. The second half, though, was more of a grind-out result, but Ruben Selles had the balls to make the changes that were necessary. 7 changes from the team that played on Saturday, as we saw Andy Carroll, we saw Tom Holmes, we saw Nesta Guinness-Walker completely dropped from the squad, we saw Tom McIntyre and Andy Yeardom and Sam Hutchinson drop down to the bench. Now, in terms of a starting 11, Ruben Selles went with David Button in goal. We also saw Amadou Mbengue coming in at right back alongside Matty Carson at left back. We saw Nelson Abbey and Tyler Bindon playing as the 2 centre backs, with Nelson Abbey as the captain for today. Charlie Savage and Lewis Wing were our 2 central midfielders, with Kamara and Harvey Nibbs playing on the wings. And finally, we saw Caelan Vickers and Kelvin Ehera-Batoman be the 2-man striker force. Now, like I said, the first half performance was much better than the second, but I thought it did take a couple of minutes for Reading to get into the game. The first 10 minutes or so were a little bit slow. I didn't think Cheltenham created anything, but I also don't think Reading did too well. Though Reading started to do a lot better, a shot from Lewis Wing was saved by Luke Southwood, and Reading started to pepper their ideas up. Reading continued to be threats from long distance, but couldn't really do anything inside the box. A few corners here or there, and a few shots from outside the box was kind of where we saw Reading play, but the pressure continued to be piled on, and a great run by Caelan Vickers through the middle saw him get fouled multiple times, but continue to play on. And I think as he shot or went for a pass through for Harvey Nibbs, a deflection has happened, and it's come off a Cheltenham man, as we saw Ferry go ahead and score an own goal, and Reading finally scored that first goal in the league of the season. It was a great run by Caelan Vickers, someone who came in for his first professional league start, and was very happy with that. Reading continued to pile the pressure on from there, and arguably could have had a second. Caelan Vickers going the closest, Luke Southwood making a good stop. He had Kelvin Ehera-Batoman next to him, but he didn't find the pass. He found the shot instead, but Southwood was able to make the save, and Southwood really did keep Cheltenham in the game in the first half. Like I said, no real chances for Cheltenham in that first half, and really in the second either. They didn't really create anything too significant. The only thing really was the David Button push over the bar, which kind of hit the bar at the same time as well, but nothing really significant was created. And in my opinion, Cheltenham really did show a team that lacks confidence in front of goal, and that's the big thing that everybody's been talking about going into the season, was Cheltenham's lack of confidence in front of goal, especially after losing 20-goal-a-season striker Alfie May. Now, the second half saw Reading come out and make a couple of changes. We saw Tom McIntyre, Andy Yeardom and Femi Aziz all come on around the 60th minute. And in my opinion, that was kind of needed, as the game had started to see a little bit of a momentum shift and Cheltenham had started to play a lot better. Was it the right changes? Maybe not. I don't think Tom McIntyre did very well when he did come onto the pitch. Femi Aziz, again, is his final third, and is his footballing knowledge and his brain really up there? I'm not too sure. Andy Yeardom didn't do too bad when he came on. He did get caught out a couple of times, but didn't do too bad. We also saw introductions of Sam Hutchinson and Basil Tuma in the 77th minute as both men came on. But significant thing that I want to talk about Reading today was the defence. Now, the defence, 3 of the 4 players were making their first professional league debut. We saw Matty Carson, we saw Nelson Abbey, and we saw Tyler Bindon all making that first league start. And you could have fooled me if you had said that that was their first ever professional league game. All 3 players, and even Amadou Mbengue, were outstanding today, and my man of the match has to go to either Nelson Abbey or Tyler Bindon. I think Abbey's going to scrape it though, as it was the most confident centre-back performance I've seen at the Select Carlton Stadium in a number of years. It was absolutely outstanding and did not look like he was going to get beat ever. There was one time where Cheltenham looked like they were going through on goal, and it looked like there was going to be a one-on-one, but Nelson Abbey was there, and he was able to stand his man up and block the shot, and it was just absolutely fantastic to see. Abbey was also the captain today, so it's a big responsibility for the man, and he played absolutely outstanding. I called him a Rolls Royce in the last video where he played, and I think I'm going to continue to say that. And Bindon as well, absolutely outstanding. I thought he was brilliant with his interceptions. I thought he was able to read the game really, really well. So Tyler Bindon and Nelson Abbey, potential partnership for this season at centre-back. If I see Tom Holmes or Tom Mack again in that centre-back position, I'm not going to be too happy, especially with the addition of Harley Dean as well, who was an unused substitute today. Now, in terms of other performers on the pitch, I've got to say Caelan Vickers did impress me as well. I thought Kamara as well, with his energy, was absolutely fantastic. And Kelvin Eheribotoman, I thought, was pretty decent. I don't say he was great, but he was able to use that long, gangly body effectively and was able to help Reading out up front. Now, the win itself does see us climb up to 16th in the table. Doesn't mean anything right now, as we're only 3 games into the season, as we move on to Stevenage on Saturday. That's going to be it for this video though, guys. I hope you've all enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching. My name's been James, and we'll see you all very soon for another video. We've got a few transfers to talk about, as Reading have made a signing, as well as the under-21s winning their game against Stoke. But we'll go ahead and give it a couple of days to see if any more rumours come about. Thanks for watching, guys. My name's been James, and we'll see you all very soon for the next video. Bye-bye.